I have my R's, I don't drop them, so I'm happy about that. One, I want to say to Bud first, thank you so much. Bud and I worked together on something recently, and it was a beautiful thing for me. And it's not because, it was because working with Bud's interested in you as a person. And when you become a semi-celebrity, people only really care about like my Mets stuff. They don't really care about too much other than that. And Bud did, and we had a really nice visit and time together. I want to thank the people here at Words. Whenever I thought of Words before, I think of Barry Gibb and the Bee Gees, but now I'll think of Maplewood, New Jersey. So, Pastor, it's a whole different experience because somehow Gary, Keith, or my voice is in your kitchen while you're making your meatballs or whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? So it's a whole different deal. But the best experience, I would say, a unique experience, not the best experience, is I was walking down Manhattan one day, and this guy came up from behind me, tapped me on the shoulder, and gave me this huge hug. Now, I'm not a total germaphobe, but a tiny bit of a germaphobe, so I thought it was like a little too much. But he said, I have to tell you, he said, in 1986, I was a degenerate gambler, and you went 32, and the Mets went 32-8 in your 40 starts, including the postseason. And I still have my house. I don't gamble anymore, and I have my house because of you that year. I didn't know exactly how to take that, but I am happy he still has his home and that he doesn't gamble. So on June 1st, a couple of years ago, Santana's pitching, and we get through the 5th inning, and I look at him, and he looks away. First time he ever did that. And I was like, uh-oh, we might be in business here. So it gets through 7, and I think he was concentrating on the pitch count because it was very high. There's no way he's going to be able to finish, whatever. I think my last real line in the broadcast is I said, Gary, this is a train that's out of the station. There's no stopping it. And where that story came from, when I was a kid, my brother and I used to walk across these tracks over this river. And we used to walk it because we knew what time the train came. And we walked it, so it was kind of dangerous that we really had to get across the minute before the train came. Stupid young people stuff, right? And so here was a childhood memory that somehow made it into the broadcast because the train was running. I'll never forget that I turned to Keith after the 7th inning, and I said, Keith, this is Gary's game. And that's how the broadcast booth, that's why it works. Because we know he grew up a Mets fan. He never thought there'd be a no-hitter. Keith and I have seen no-hitters. And we decided in that moment that unless we had something really profound to say, which we didn't, that it was Gary's game to call. And it always reminds me of that, I don't know if you ever saw that movie, Apollo 13, you know, Tom Hanks, whatever. And where Kevin Bacon at some point, he says, oh, it's yours to fly. That was our Gary, it's yours to fly moment.